everyone, welcome to my channel, and welcome to the first episode of the Bedfordshire series. The idea is this is a peaceful, relaxing little place to spend some time at the end of the day when you're ready to just settle in with something calm and soothing before heading off to, well, Bedfordshire. And yes, I am all about the dad jokes. So put on your PJs, grab a cozy blanket, get comfy, and let's start building Bedfordshire. Well, as you can tell, yes, there is a lighthouse in the background. That is not, that was generated by a mod that I installed. I am playing modded Minecraft, and if you want to know, if you see something and wonder what it is, which mod it came from, drop me a comment and I'll let you know. And anyway, as you can tell, this is not a drop into a brand new world. I have actually been playing in this world for about a week now. I did not want to start the series off with the classic, spawn into a new world, punch a tree type of thing. So I have been in this world playing, exploring. It is peaceful, so this pillager camp was uninhabited, and I took it over as my temporary base. I thought this little area was actually very nice. I love the lighthouse in the background, and I thought that was a perfect backdrop for the town that I want to build. And then I've also got it's the the Dungeons and Taverns mod, Taverns and Dungeons, one way or the other. There's also a tavern right over there along the coastline, so I thought this was a nice spot. So this is where I want to start building. The camp is temporary and will come down. But I didn't want to start off with the typical punch a tree and then spend a lot of time mining for resources and that sort of thing. So I have collected a fair amount of stuff that I've got in these barrels in preparation for wanting to start building the town. And this is, typical of early Minecraft. My storage is bursting and not very well organized, and so what I thought I would do initially is to start the town by building a storage facility. However, nobody wants their town built around a warehouse. At least I don't think they do. So I decided that I was going to make kind of a multi-purpose building, and this is where it's going to be, if you hadn't already kind of clued into that. Uh, anyway, it's going to be a clock tower that also doubles as my storage area. And one of the ways that I'm going to make that work is by using barrels instead of using chests. Partly because I really like the sound when you open a barrel. I just think that sound is so much nicer than the kind of creaky chest noise, uh, when you open a chest. And so, since I wanted this series to be very peaceful and calm and relaxing, I thought, well, you know what? I don't want that creaky chest noise all the time. So, we're going to start with barrels, and we're going to build a clock tower around the barrels, because the other thing you'll notice as we get farther into the series is that it's always nighttime in Bedfordshire with its lovely, lovely fireflies. Because it's Bedfordshire, so it needs to be nighttime. And I thought, what better way to have kind of a town center than have a clock tower, showing you what time of night it is. So I've got kind of a plan for this, how I'm going to turn this odd stack of barrels into a clock tower. But the first thing that I need to do is I need to throw down some scaffolding and I need to grab a few more barrels because I miscalculated when I first put this up. And I didn't allow for the base of the building. I played Minecraft about 3-4 years ago. That's when I first started playing, and I played mostly in creative mode. And as you know, building in creative mode is different to building in survival mode. This time, I really when I came back, I've only been back playing Minecraft about a month now. I'm having such a great time with it. You know what? I should have left that in my inventory. Anyway, I've had a great time with it, and I have been doing a lot more in survival this time, but playing on peaceful because I'm just not coordinated. I'm not a gamer, really, and you can really tell once you start watching me play. Oh, this immersive kind of. Ah, there we go. There's a mod uh, that does this, where everything in your inventory kind of gets zoomed in on a little bit when you highlight it, which I love. I haven't had it installed for very long, and I'm still not completely used to it, so forgive me if I tend to not realize what I'm doing, and it doesn't work as quite as I expected. So there's always something new to get used to. Anyway, when I played Minecraft before, I played in creative mode and absolutely loved it, but real life kind of stepped in, and I took a break from it for a number of years, and I'm loving being back. It's one of those games I think you can come back to regardless of age or where you're at in your life, and it's nice to have it here. And it can be a very soothing game if that's what you want it to be, which I think is just a lovely thing. But building in survival is different from building in creative. I wanted to do that because it's slower. I really want this series to be more of a slow. I don't want to do the race to the end kind of game. I don't particularly enjoy that. I wanted it to be slow and calm. The other thing that I want to do, and we should just get right on with that, is I have the chipped mod installed, and I have used it some using the stonecutter tool, but it's got its own really cool crafting tables. Um, it's got a carpenter's table, it's got a mason table, tinkering table. There's a botany table, I think, that's not showing here. There's a loom, and I want to say an alchemy bench. And I really want to play with those. So that's the first thing that I want to build. And let's see, I need a clay brick, I need a clay ball, two iron ingots, and a crafting table to make that happen. So and wood. So let's see. Okay, we got the wood. Yay! And we got the crafting table. So that's 2. We got the iron. So what else do we need? The clay. Do I have any clay? If not, we can go get some relatively quickly and easily. I'm hoping the farther we get along, the less I'll be doing the whole chest opening thing. Nope. And maybe I'll figure out where I've got stuff stored and I won't have to look in every single barrel every time I need something. We'll see. No guarantees there. That's me playing Minecraft. I've got terracotta and I have no clay. Thankfully, I've got 2 rivers nearby, so let's go over here and see if if maybe we've got some clay. I know this looks like you can't see across it. It actually is, I think. Take a look at the map real quick, but I think it actually is a river. Well, okay, it's kind of a bay. It's not really, but we have a river back behind us, and I think that's some clay over there if there's none right here. We should be able to find some relatively easily. But not here, it doesn't look like. Alright, well. Okay, let's go run across to the other side of things and see if we can find it over there. I tried to gather up as many things, as much inventory and resources as I could, because I wanted to get right into building rather than a bunch of resource gathering right off the bat with this series. I know we're probably not going to finish this build today because my thought is to do it in small amounts. That it's not a race, and whatever we don't there we go, play. Whatever doesn't get finished, you know, there's always tomorrow. That's kind of a philosophy I like both in Minecraft and in life. Is you don't necessarily have to set a goal and accomplish your goal immediately. You know, things will wait. Things often do wait, and sometimes the best things are things that take a little longer and that you do in small amounts over time. Hello, sheep. I have a sheep problem. We'll take care of that in some other episode. I knew I was going to need some wool, so I got some sheep, and now I have too many sheep because I also have a mod that's a trough mod. Yes, that is how you do it. Yay. Okay. So did I need more than one of those? Probably couldn't hurt. So the trough mod, the animals feed themselves, which in theory is fantastic, right? The animals feed themselves. You don't have to do it yourself. They also multiply themselves immensely, and then you end up with what I've got. Okay, come on. I thought you were supposed to transfer to my table because I've got all. Oh, I don't have a brick. I knew I was missing something. Okay. Darn. I don't think I have any bricks. No, I'm pretty sure I don't. Let's see. How do you have to cook the clay balls? Is that... I don't want to cook them all. Let's see what I get. I think I get bricks this way, and I think I just need one. Yes! Hello. Thank you. Thank you for my one brick. Alright, let's try this again. See if it'll actually make it for us this time. Let me click on it and make it. That's very strange. It previously roughly enough items would let me click on stuff. Now I've got to like try and remember the recipe, and that's a pain. So you know what? Press A on this recipe to save it for later. No. Next category. No. I don't really know how to use this menu. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So maybe if you do and you're frustrated with me, or even if you're not, please help me out. Tell me what I'm doing wrong in the comments if you would be so kind. That would be fantastic. Okay, so brick, iron ingots on either side of a crafting table, and then wood, clay, wood. Okay. So, brick, iron ingots on either side of the crafting table, and wood, clay, wood. And there it is. Haha! Look at that! So, where are we gonna put it? I think this little area right here, where this little goofy thing is, would be a good spot, temporary spot for my work tables. It's kind of halfway in between both things. And did I grab granite? I did. Good. So what I noticed about this table is that if you use the stone cutter, and it does work if you've got there's an extra mod to make it work with the stone cutter, and if you've got the stone cutter, uh, you can just use that to get all of these variations. However, if you have the actual stone, what is this called, mason table, if you have the actual mason table, it shows you what each type of cut stone will look like in more than just the single block. Like, it shows you what it'll look like tiled together in a wall, because not all things look exactly like, you put them together and the textures connect and things. So and sometimes things just don't look quite the way you expect when you just see the one little block. So I really wanted to play with this to see kind of how the various textures would work out together. Although I can tell you that I really like the etched brick texture is one of my favorites, and I also really like the ooh, I have not seen that one. That one's pretty cool too. I wonder. Huh, okay. That one's pretty cool. I also like the rounded granite bricks, but for this, just to start, I'm going to go with the etched. The one thing I have found is that you have to separate out, because I have played a little bit with the carpenter's table. I have not with the mason table, but I'm assuming they work very similarly because the UI looks pretty much the same. So whatever you pick, it's going to apply it to everything that's in this highlighted block. So you have to separate out unless you want an entire stack of whatever block you're making. And I like the rounded bricks just slightly better than the regular bricks. Don't know why, but I'm going to do some of that. And then I'm going to do some of the etched bricks because those are pretty cool too. And then it's got like the cracked bricks, and it's really, I have had fun playing with all these options. Typically granite is not, it's not really everybody's favorite stone. But I'm going to use a lot of it in Bedfordshire because there's a lot around, and one of the things that I wanted to do with the game is use a lot of, not have to like go trek halfway across the world for materials. I wanted to be able to use as much as I could of things that were easily obtainable nearby. So let's do that because the floating thing was really bugging me. And I'm not sure exactly how big this needs to be. So I'm going to start off with a base. I know it needs to come out at least probably 3 from where I've got these barrels. And maybe one more road this way. And I will come back. I know, like, oops. Get used to this. I am an oops kind of a person. So you'll be seeing some oopses. But mistakes are fine. Mistakes are how we learn. We're human. Mistakes happen. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot of granite. So let's get another couple stacks and make some more let's see. Do rounded bricks, yes. And oh, okay. And we'll do some regular granite bricks too. I know all the really good builds in Minecraft are all about texturing, using not all of the same block for an entire wall or an entire floor or whatever. And so I will come back later probably and texture this, but I'm just trying to get an idea of the size that I need at the moment. And you'll notice that I have had a bunch of copper sitting out here trying to weather it, and some of it is working really well. This piece over here is just happily weathering away, and the rest of these are kind of somewhere in between. So, and then there's this one. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, I am hoping to use a bunch of a bunch of copper, because I think the granite and the copper look really good together. So I'm hoping to use a bunch of both in this build. And we're just going to start with this piece right there. I think I have a little bit more of the green already weathered copper over here somewhere. Not in there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, not very much though. Oxidized copper. It's not the same as weathered. Where did I get the oxidized? Anyway, we'll pull that out to start. I've got a little dark prismarine too, so that'll be kind of interesting to throw in at some point. But I want to get the basic shape of the build out first before I get too tied up in all of the details. The details really, I love details, but if you get too wrapped up in them early on, it can really kind of stress you out. At least it does me. And I think we're going to do that. So right now what I'm doing, I have an idea in mind for how I want this thing to look. And the idea is that it's going to be each side, it's going to be a 4-sided clock tower, and each side is going to be made up of a wall of barrels with a copper, green copper surround, and then another brick surround around that. I think I'm probably going to go with mud bricks or maybe granite bricks. It might be too much granite to do the floor as granite and then have granite on the building too. So we'll see how that works out. But and then I want to be able to have a space that you can walk between and get to the inside, because eventually the inside is going to be a workshop area where I will move my my really cute little chipped work tables once I get the whole thing kind of sussed out how it's going to work. I'm not sure I did this right. So got one wall there. We need a door there, or an opening there. We're going to call it a door. It may not be a door, but... And then I'd have my next set of barrels right here. Okay, let's put some more bricks, some more granite down. Not that one. How about we just save that for later? I am constantly scrolling through tools in my hotbar. It's probably frustrating to watch, and I apologize. Anyway, I love that it's raining. How just cozy is that? It would be better if, you know, if you're well, you're probably tucked up in bed. I hope you're tucked up in somewhere comfortable, watching this, getting ready to go to sleep. You know what? Before I do that, let's get this kind of situated on all 4 sides so I know the spacing is going to work. Anyway, I love sleeping to the sound of rain. I don't think there's really anything better than that. It's so calming, and no amount of white noise machine can ever quite simulate the real thing. The house that I currently live in has aluminum awnings on a couple of the windows, and when it rains, the noise that the aluminum awnings make is it just amplifies the sound just enough to make it easy to hear in the bedroom, even with the windows shut, and I really love that. So I'll have to figure out, maybe there is a way I can program it to rain more frequently. And if you know of I need to research, and I can do this, you don't have to tell me, but if somebody does know and wants to drop it in the comments, that would be great. I know there is an app that makes seasons in the game, and I think that would be a neat thing to add. It might add, I'm hoping snow maybe at some point would be a cool thing. I think I did this wrong. I know I did this wrong. Wait a minute. So if I want that to be an opening, well, you know what? If I did this wrong, we can always redo it. I definitely did that just then wrong. Okay. So do one there. Okay, so that's... I was told there would be no math. Actually, no, I wasn't. There's always math. Math is a great thing, to be honest. Math is not one of my stronger... Well, it depends on the type of math. I shouldn't lie. I shouldn't say that, because some types of math I have no issues with at all. I'm pretty good at adding and subtracting and that sort of thing. But when it comes to geometry, that's the word I'm looking for. When it comes to geometry, my skills are a little bit less. Okay, that's starting to get there, but that's not quite right. Is that one's too far inset? Did I do the same thing over here? I think I did the same. No, that looks... Yeah, I just messed that one up. Okay. So it just needs to come forwards. Okay, yeah, I knew that looked a little small. So mistakes will be made. Mistakes were made. It's fine. Everything's... It's a beautiful thing about Minecraft. You can just start again. If you do something you don't like, you can just redo it. And I've noticed on YouTube recently there's a lot of people that are starting forever worlds. And it's funny, I like the idea of being able to go back, of having a world where, like, I did not keep my worlds from when I played a couple of years ago. I probably have them somewhere. I have no idea how I would get back to them. Okay, that's not huge on the inside, but I can make that work, I think. Okay, so, yeah, so now I just need a whole lot more copper. So I don't think these 2 blocks are going to get me very far. So I wonder if the mason's table lets you... do I have... No, okay. I wonder if the mason's table actually lets you get, like, weathered copper. that would be interesting. So, oh, I did have some. How did I not see that? All right. As it is, though, I don't want to do... Oh, I probably have to have copper blocks. Or maybe it doesn't let you do them at all. Do I have to have... Let's look. Do I have to have a different type of table to make them? Waxed, I don't care about waxed. Just weathered. Waxed. I'll say waxed. Yeah, I just want weathered. That's just Minecraft. Well, okay. Oxidized copper. Yes, I know. I'm assuming copper will just weather itself eventually. So what if I say like looks like maybe I have to make a block of copper first. Let's go do that and see. This is partially just experimentation. Okay, that does not work with that table. So let's look and see what the other tables. What other tables I have, or what other tables? Pretty sure not the carpenter's table, not the loom, the mason table, tinkering table possibly. What does the tinkering table require? Oh, yeah, I don't have a piston or I might have some TNT. I think I have some redstone. Guess I could make a piston. What's the other one? Bench. What were the benches? We have the botanist bench and the alchemy bench. Yeah, the alchemy is for brewing. Botany is for plants. The others are tables. What would the metalworking be? I might have to jump out to Google and look it up. Or I could just get a stone cutter. I think I might have a stone cutter. I'm not sure. See what the... Okay, it takes TNT and a piston. I don't want a sticky piston. Oh, a piston's not a big deal. I can make a piston. Okay, so let's see if I've got... First off, let's... Nope. Furnace. Why don't we just start with a stone cutter and see what that gets us? I probably need cobblestone for a stone cutter. I have not played Minecraft enough to be one of those people that knows all the recipes for everything. I know a few of them, but that's where it stops. Oh, I need... Okay, not cobblestone. Regular stone. Nope. Ah, second try. Let's see. There's regular stone right there. Okay. Is that regular stone or smooth stone? I hope it wasn't smooth stone. Yeah, okay. throw this down. You know what? Right there. Yeah, sure. Because that won't be confusing later. I have probably made a problem for myself. Okay, so I wanted to see what I could get. Okay, apparently weathered copper we'll just go pick up as much of this as we've got and it'll weather on our tower, I guess. I mean, it's starting to get there, so it'll be fine. Sometimes you just go with the way things are. It's, I tend to make myself a little crazy sometimes with trying to get everything perfect, and a lot of times the universe will just solve problems for you if you can just let them go. A little easier said than done. I'm gonna leave these for the time being. They need to cook a little longer. They all need to cook a little longer, but this is what we've got for the moment. I'm going to say this right now, that scaffolding has been a game changer for me since I've been playing in survival mode. I really don't know what I would do without it. Yeah, that's very, very pink. Oh, and you'll watch me do that a lot too, so get an idea of why I don't play hardcore. Let's see, that's gonna go, it needs to go at least one higher, I think 2 higher. I'm gonna go through my copper. I probably need to go start cooking more copper while we're talking. That would be a fantastic idea, actually, so let's do that. Where did I put my, nope. Yeah. We'll get, oh, that's not a full stack. Let's get a full stack. We'll get a bunch more copper started. So I have a feeling we are going to need it. I'm gonna need it. Okay, so game changer. I didn't know, I was today's years old when I learned that you could use kelp to cook things. I had no idea about that. Can I do? Yes, I can do copper in the blast furnace too. I probably need like 15 more furnaces, but like I said, slow and steady. Get there eventually. Okay, so then this is gonna go. Cross and meet up. Have I blocked in? I sure did. Hey, look at me. That was some pretty good parkour for me. Okay. Oh, I only have 2 more blocks. Well. I was really hoping to see how that was gonna all work out, but okay, yeah, that's kind of like what I envisioned. I need another Needs to be 2 rows high of copper at the top. And while I guess I will make a few more actual copper blocks, as many as I can, and at least set those out and let them start weathering. See how far they get anyway. Oh, I've got one more. Okay, well, we'll go drop one more down too. I wonder if it's because I have the day-night cycle turned off to keep at nighttime that my copper is not really weathering. I wonder if it would weather faster in the sun. Interesting theory. I'll have to research that and see. I may have to jump into game while I'm doing something else and be AFK and see if I can actually get the lovely green copper. And it'll eventually get green, so the universe will solve that problem. Not one of those things I will lie awake worrying about at all. Okay. It's got me wondering about it because the grass is not growing where I had the copper laid out. Which is very real life. It's like, I didn't come to Minecraft for real life. Come on. So, I have seen a mod. I've seen it, I don't know what it is, and I have yet to actually find it, that actually makes fireflies that look like little, well, fireflies. Actual little bugs, kind of like bees, but their butts light up. And they're adorable, and I would love to have, of course, this is 1.20 that I am playing on because there were certain mods that I just really, really wanted that were not available on, that were only available on 1.20. So I think it's 1.20.1 is what the version I'm playing. Because I wanted the chipped mod, because I wanted the music delay reducer mod. That's the name of it. The thing that makes the music play constantly, which I think is just a game changer for Minecraft. And oh good, look, they are starting to weather. Yay! So anyway, because there were certain mods I wanted, that I knew I wanted, I went with 120, but now I'm starting to see stuff that I'm like, oh, but that's adorable too. I want that one. I just all the mods, all the time. I love the Towns and Taverns mod. I think Vanilla Minecraft, although I enjoy Vanilla Minecraft, and there's certainly been so much added to it over the years, but it makes it more and more interesting. But it feels sometimes a little empty, and I really like that the mods just really give the game some life it doesn't have otherwise. Especially, I have a couple of creatures mods, which are a lot of fun to play with, and that provide some extra little critters running around here and there. I was in a desert biome. I don't remember what I was gathering up. Cactus, I think. And ran into a rattlesnake that actually, like, shook its little rattly tail at me, which was fantastic. So adorable, especially in peaceful mode where you know it can't hurt you. Okay, so I get to talking and then I don't play very well sometimes, which I know the whole point is to talk, but I also know this is supposed to be a cozy fall asleep to it series, so I don't know. Am I babbling too much? Probably. I will learn as I go along. That's part of the point of this whole endeavor, is that one of the things I would like to learn is more about video editing. So that's part of my back-end goal for this series. But one of the things I have learned about learning is that it's very important to give yourself permission to be bad at something. Because anything you start, when you first start, you're going to be bad at it. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to know always what you're doing or the right way to do something. And, you know, it's great that you can Google things now, you know, and learn almost everything that way, which is fantastic. Oh, I can make one more block. I don't always resort to Google just right off the bat. I am of a generation that didn't grow up with Google. So it's always kind of an afterthought for me. What was I doing? Oh, I need to make a few more barrels. Let's see, where was my wood? Oh, I had some oak on me. Do I want to use oak for that? Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? So anyway, I'm probably going to be not particularly great. I know I'm not particularly great at a lot of things. Like walking around chests. Let's just grab a stack of coal. So I'm, you know, giving myself permission to just not be great or the most efficient at all of this, at everything, all the time. It's so much less stress when you let yourself be bad at things and just don't worry about it. It's or forget what you're doing. Oh, I'm making barrels. Yes. I think I need that many, maybe. Maybe I do. I probably do, actually. Yeah, I absolutely do. Oh, not that many slabs, but that's what I got. Okay. So then let's... I know it's planks and slabs, but I don't remember exactly. Okay. So we need bunches of these things. Might as well just get them. Wait. I need a crafting manager that... Just balance grid. What does that do? Look at that! I have that! Oh, fantastic. That is spectacular. Yes, Happy day. Oh, okay, now I have no more oak logs. Okay, so I can do that, and then this, and that, and hit balance grid, and wha-bam. Lovely. I am sure this is a mod. This that provides these little things over here, better crafting or something. Does anyone else, when you play Minecraft, end up with wheat seeds just always in your inventory for no reason at all? Is it just me? It can't be just me. Hopefully not just me. Because it's just, no matter what I do, where I go, I end up with wheat seeds taking up my inventory. I guess I will never starve, which is good. There will be no wheat seed famine for me in Minecraft, so that's fantastic. And there we go. Nice. Learn something new every day. Isn't that a fantastic thing? I mean, honestly, it's just an amazing... There's so much bad news in the world. Sometimes it's really easy to forget just how spectacular the world really is. I have a friend who lives overseas who I can talk to on Discord anytime I feel like. And that's something that would have seemed like, you know, would have been ridiculously, stupidly expensive 50 or 60 years ago, and would have seemed like witchcraft 200 years ago. And it's something I just do. It's just a fantastic, fantastic thing. So, you know, things get better and worse at the same time, often. Better in a lot of ways and worse in a few ways. But overall, I think the world is getting better even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when it feels like we're taking backward steps, you know, politically or with the state of affairs. And I'm not going to get political on this channel at all, because that's not conducive to good sleep. But just my philosophy about life is that in general the world does progress. You know, things generally are better than they were in the past in a lot of very important ways. So optimism is a good thing. Let's keep building. Now that we got, what, 3 more blocks of copper. Can we connect to this? Do we have enough? No, we do not. Oh, yes, actually, yes, I do. Fantastic. Okay. Well, that is a start. I want to, yeah, like I said, there's no way I'm going to finish it in this episode, because I want to keep these episodes to around an hour a piece, simply to keep them manageable to edit, but also because the whole idea is to be soothing, you know, and relaxing before going to bed. And I don't think that happens if you've got something that's never ending going on in the background. I think we all need to have a break from screens and noise and that sort of thing to really get good sleep, most of us, me included. And so just to avoid general overwhelm, I think about an hour Also, it'll let me do this. Oh, really? Did I do that twice? I did. Also, it'll let me do these. It'll let me do more episodes if I make them a little shorter and a little more manageable. And I would like to have them be more and more frequent than big long things that take hours and days to produce and get out. Okay, so there are the walls of my tower. Well, the inside walls. And now I have more than enough room, I think, to stash my stuff. I'm going to need a bunch more item frames, for which I am, at least in this series, I am pro animal rights. And so other than my ridiculous number of sheep I have over in that pen over there, which I will be releasing out into the wild at some point. I've got several mods that are vegan materials. Oh, and I do have bees. I have 2 beehives over here, but beehives, keeping bees is not, that's fairly cruelty free, and harvesting honey is actually good for the bees. So, as a matter of fact, I could do that right now. Let's harvest some honey. So anyway, I won't be killing cows for leather or rabbits for leather. In this series, I've got a vegan mod that lets me make leather out of honeycomb and paper, I believe. Hence the beehives that I need more of so that I can have a better supply, but we will not be building a leather farm in this series. Just not down with that particularly. I think I might need sunlight for the bees to come out. I think they might also need daytime. So I may have to do a daytime episode here and there just so that the stuff that needs the sun and needs daytime to progress can progress. But anyway, it's made some progress with our eventually will be clock tower. So I think I'm going to end this episode because this tower is nowhere near being done. We got a good start, but it will be a little bit before we've got more materials and more stuff ready to work on it. Actually, I've got the materials. I could work more on it. I'm just, it's time to call it for the night. But I think what I will do is come over here and give you guys a tour of the lighthouse by night because it's kind of cool. Oh, hello, little gecko. Hello. Hi. Oh, isn't he cute? Look at that. Ah, I love all the critters in this mod. Also, one of the things that it does is turn chickens into ducks. Is that a duck or a chicken? I'm not sure. That's a chicken. That must be yeah, that's a duck. He's quacking. If it quacks like a duck, must be a duck. There are capybaras somewhere in this world. I have seen them. We will go in search of them at some point in the series because capybaras. Is there anything more relaxed and laid back than capybaras? I have not harvested everything in this lighthouse yet. It is, the design of it is fantastic. I think it's the Towns and Towers mod that gets you this, and whoever designed this, well done. It's not very spacious on the inside. It would be a difficult thing to actually live in here, but it's pretty cool. Oh, I borrowed a chest from it. This is where I got the copper. Okay. Well, while we are here, I borrowed a chest from in here. I had forgotten about that. I think this is what gave me the idea to build with copper to begin with. What's in that chest? Oh, okay, prismarine. You know what? Maybe I'll leave that one. So anyway, it's interesting. We've got moss and coral inside here, and then you go up another level, and we'll take that. And maybe take this, this barrel. And there's a note block. I'm not sure exactly what those do, but got some kelp. I guess we'll take that, but I don't need the empty maps or the fish. I am terrible about just collecting everything. I swear I am a Minecraft hoarder, and I'm working on it. Oh, wow. Lots of prismarine shards and smithing templates and all sorts of stuff I just don't need that I'm going to leave there because, you know what, honestly, I can come back here anytime I want. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Book's nice. Again, I'll take the kelp because you can burn that. But just lovely view from up here, and you'll be able to see the town. Oh, there's another camp over there. My thought is eventually, since I'm up here, I might as well tell you guys kind of how I envision things going, is that eventually I would like to build a bridge over this river so that the town could connect and continue to build the town out this way onto this little... It's not really an island, I think it's more like a peninsula that's over here, and then have the town itself kind of come out all the way to the beach, and then back there way in the distance, I don't think you can see it at all from, I don't have enough chunks turned on, but there is a cherry grove up on the hill behind my camp, which is where this cherry tree came from. I love the cherry trees. And eventually I would like to have the town continue kind of up the hill. But I thought I would start out right here. It seemed like a really good place right between this beach, because what's more calming than a beach? And the river right here, so it's good access. It's got the lighthouse. There's more beach over here. And there's lots of meadow and clear space to kind of spread out. There's this little pond, which I think would be fantastic for a park area for the residents of Bedfordshire. And then, of course, we will be building some houses and a cafe, and I've got an entire list of different things to really kit out the town so that it's basically a dream destination. See, dad jokes, more. Anyway, and then if you come over here, there's more ocean out that way, and then we've got a forest over here, so won't run out of wood, which is a pretty good thing. So that's the world, and in an episode coming up at some point, I will load up more chunks and see if we can't do another tour and show you a little bit larger view. My machine is a kind of middle of the road machine. It doesn't always play the game as well as it could, so I try to be nice to it and not make it render stuff, you know, miles and miles away when I'm building something where I really only have to be looking right ahead of me. So because it does tend to say, what are you doing to me? Why? So that is another egg. That is going to call it for, I think that's going to do it for this first. Oh, what was that? Where'd it go? No, not you, Gecko. I saw something else. A little beetle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he didn't like that very much. But look at these, isn't he cute? Love the creatures. Okay, that is going to. Oh, that's the one I saw. Look at that. There's different designs of them. Neat. Oh, I hadn't noticed that before. That's so cool. Okay. Okay, I really am ending it this time. So, sweet dreams. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one.